So relationships are the essence of business, and they are the currency of marketing, right? Without relationships, you don't have a brand, right? And we need to get as close as possible to our customers. The closer we are to our customers, in terms of the physical vicinity, mental space, understanding of who they are, the easier it becomes for us to build relationships. So we need to be clear on who our customers are so that we can build relationships with these people and understand what they are looking for and be able to position our business accordingly. So our customer is at the core of whatever we do in our businesses, right? Customers is at the core. If you're doing things where the customer is not at the core, then you are not building your business, right? If you're doing things where the customer is not front and center, you are not building your brand. Everything that we do, the customer must be at the core, okay? And whenever we train and coach entrepreneurs, we always say, you need to know your customer more than you know your product and service. If you know your product and service more than you know your customer, it's going to be difficult for you to build a brand. Because the reality is the customer must dictate how your product and service moves. If you are building a product and service in isolation, it means that your process is not data-driven. It's not informed by what customers in the marketplace are looking for. Are you with me? When we market, we don't tell people what our product and service is. That's not marketing. Don't tell me what your product and service is. Tell me what your product and service can help me achieve. Then you are marketing, because then you understand what I am looking for, right? What can your product and service help me achieve, right? That is essentially what marketing is. When we are building a marketing strategy, it's important that the whole mix is thought about and we have strategies in place that help us build our brand. All right? We said the starting point is understanding who you are targeting and being able to describe them in detail. Okay? You need to be able to describe them in detail. Your employees, the people that you work with, become custodians of your brands, right? So if Real Bafokeng gives you a contract and says, supply for us these materials or refurbish this vicinity, this premises, or refurbish our buildings, whatever the contract is, and you need to either subcontract, you need to employ casual or temporary labor, those people become custodians of your brand. If they deliver a service that is subpar or your customer at the end of the day is not happy, it has a direct impact on your business. Are you with me? All right? So it's also very important to understand and be mindful of the people we choose to work with. Right? You will get a request for quotation. You get an RFQ to say supply us with these goods. You will then go on the internet and you will search suppliers of those goods, right? And you will shortlist your candidates. And then you will make the mistake of choosing the supplier who is the cheapest. I know this. I see it all the time. You will make the mistake of choosing the supplier who is the cheapest. You will then add your markup, which you will thumb suck, right? To determine your pricing. You'll decide, I can make 10% here, 15% here, 20% here, right? This is what you do. This is what you do, right? And then you get caught with your pants down because you didn't do your due diligence, right? And then because you didn't do your due diligence, your supplier ends up costing you a relationship and compromising your brand equity. So who we work with in our supply chain and value chain directly impacts our brands. Okay? So we need to constantly be mindful of the service that we want to give. Okay? People will only question your price if they don't understand the value that you provide. If the value is not clear, I'm going to challenge you on your price. But when I see that the value that you're able to deliver is something that I'm looking for and you have evidence of your capability, then price doesn't become a conversation anymore. All right? That's why people are willing to pay a premium for a Benz or shop at Woolworths or wear fancy clothes or pay a premium for whomever they use because they understand the value. In investment terms, we always say something that is cheap in the short term is costly in the long term. All right? Investment term, we say something that is cheap in the short term is costly in the long term. Right? So that's why pricing becomes important, because it becomes a cue for quality. Right? I'd rather pay upfront for a premium for something that I know is durable. It's going to last over the long term. Then ke reke mategi 150, then tlamele ke reke dipetse 20 in a year, because after 2 weeks, after di hlatswa ga one chai. Connections in people's brains are reinforced through repetition. Right? If you get a child, right? If you get a baby, and every day you tell that baby they're capable, they're smart, they are brave, they are beautiful. Every day you repeat, every single day of that baby's lives, you repeat those words. That kid is going to end up believing it, right? It's a neuroscience phenomenon because our brains have what's called neuroplasticity, and repetition of messaging reinforces how we see the world, right? That's why when I say just do it, you're already thinking Nike, because the message has been reinforced, right? The same is true when it comes to the spaces that we need to operate in. We need to be mindful of what we say and how we continuously repeat it so that we drive the right connections. "1994 bazalwane" is gone, ifitik, right? Taleboha Madiba and the comrades, they did their things, right? But 1994 is gone, right? How we market today is fundamentally different to how people marketed traditionally back then, okay? In this day and age, your prospective customers interact with your business on a screen first, before they interact with you in real life, in person. If you don't exist on a screen first, if you don't have a digital presence, if you don't have an online presence, your business doesn't exist in the real world. Are you with me? All right? So when it comes to marketing, everything that we had discussed and unpacked, it's important for us to contextualize it from a digital perspective. Digital marketing can be broken down into different types of digital marketing, right? Yesterday, I introduced you to what's known as platform marketing, where the platform becomes a cue, an indicator of the business that you do, right? And we spoke about websites, right? I work with a lot of procurement managers, right? When they have to select suppliers and shortlist them, they first look at their digital presence, all right? They first look at their professionalism online. Is this a business that we can trust with our resources based on how they conduct themselves, all right? That's why I said to you, professionalism and customer service is incredibly important. You have to be as professional as possible, and you have to give whomever you encounter the utmost customer service. Okay? You have to dress for where you are, but more importantly, you have to dress for where you are headed. Okay? Your business needs to look the part. Even if you have one client, even if you have 0 clients, your business needs to look credible. Okay? Because you're scallywagons, you're thieves. Your clients know this. All right? Results are more powerful than promises. Okay? I told you that I need you to stop making promises and I need you to start showing results. All right? This is what we've been able to achieve. This is what our customers have to say about us. Results, more than promises. I don't want you to tell me that your food is delicious. I want you to tell me that this is what your customers have to say about your food. Right? Results are more powerful than promises. Okay?